same emotions, all that. And sometimes you need that environment or that setting to help you, because the conversations that we've had with others, I would lay down at night and think about the conversations.
Yeah.
You know, and they would really make an effect on me. And then I would say, Lord, here I'm 70 years old.
Yeah. What, 72?
I'll be 70. Why are you trying to put me?
What? No, because you'll be 72 in
I'll
October.
be 71.
Oh, my bad. That's on me.
You did the same mistake yesterday.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
How old did I say you were yesterday?
72.
I keep feeling like, my bad, 71.
Yeah.
You're about to be 71.
Right.
Yes.
In October, I'll be 71. And I said to myself, here I'm at this stage of my, remember we talked about before I turned 70, what is my 70th year going to be like?
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, and I look back and I've gone through some great transformations.
Yeah, for sure.
I have been unlearning and relearning. You know, and it's so liberating when you know truth. So when it comes to, first of all, we would never have an ex-alcoholic.
Yeah, right.
You know, sit down. I would never do that. To me, that's not showing love.
Sure.
But on the other hand, you cannot please everybody.
Right.
Because some people see this, and then people of the cloth see it, they're gonna frown on it.
Yeah. Oh no, we're definitely finna inherit some hate,
so I mean,
for sure.
but when you know truth,
Yeah.
it sets you free.
Yeah.
And all thing you can do is ask God to help them to see.
And so it's like, we'll never, like you said, to your point, and I feel like it's good to go ahead and get this out there, get this out the way, let people know. Like, we're never going to be, we're going to do our best not to be unwise. We'll do our best not to, like you said, have anybody over here that's struggling with alcoholism or any sort of addiction, because the Bible does talk about like not causing your brother to stumble.
Absolutely.
Right? So like, we would never do this in a manner that would make other people feel uncomfortable. Now the beauty of the internet is, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, you can keep scrolling. You know, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that's one of the top things. But yeah, like we know that there are certain parameters that we would put in place with this, and you know, we do this responsibly. And anybody, I want to go ahead and put this out here as well. Anybody that does indulge, I use that word loosely, but anybody that does partake or enjoy a glass or a cigar, we admonish you to do so responsibly.
Yeah,
must be 21 or older, at least for the alcohol. So okay, we finally got that out the way.
Yeah.
Whew, thank God.
Yeah. So
all right, so
what they're gonna do with it, what they're gonna do with it, what they're gonna do with it.
Right. So hopefully, if people are still watching at this point, if we hadn't lost nobody.
Yeah, man, yeah.
So
people just need to understand, you cannot Americanize the gospel. You can't do it. It's just that simple. You have East and West. Cultures are completely different.
Yeah.
And the quicker you understand that, then the quicker you'll understand the liberty we have in Christ.
That's right.
And the older I get, the more I just want to live.
And let's keep it a buck. Like, we're filming this on a Sunday. We went to church today. And had a great service.
Oh, man,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
his presence was
like, that's a very real thing. And now here we are, like, it's a Sunday evening and the temperature is kind of cooling down a little bit. I'm looking at the sun, it's peaked behind the houses, and here we are enjoying a glass of whiskey and a cigar.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that Martin Luther, the reformer, he ordered 250 gallons of wine every year.
250 gallons of wine
every
year?
Yes.
Sheesh. That was either some like really cheap wine.
I don't know.
Or he must have really
I don't know.
enjoyed it.
C.H. Spurgeon, they called it the Prince of Preachers.
Yeah.
He smoked pipes.
Really? So you got these like Martin Luther, he was a theologian. That's where the term Lutheranism comes from. And C.H. Spurgeon, like you say, who was considered the Prince of Preachers. So Charles Henry Spurgeon?
Charles Haddon Spurgeon.
Haddon. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Where you can find his commentary everywhere
yeah.
on the scriptures. His sermons and everything. Like it's kind of like what do you call it? Almost like textbook. His perspective and commentaries as it pertains to the scriptures. But meanwhile, these guys are like at the crib pouring up.
Yeah.
Loving Jesus.
Love Jesus, love preaching, love seeing people saved, doing all they know to do to push the gospel. But at the end, even the Puritans,
Puritans, yeah.
they even smoked and had wine and stuff. It's just something I believe that God gives us as a gift
For sure. I can see that.
to just relax. Because sometimes if I ever have a tense day, I may come out here and just sit down. And then sometimes my wife will come out here with me, and we just down and talk. And we have some nice music going on.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah, buddy.
Some smooth clarinet jazz, and some saxophone.
That's right.
Hey,
And
who was it? Kenny G.
Kenny G was the man. Yeah. Then she may want to hear some Luther, put on Luther. We're kind of old school, of course, but
I'm fine.
but we it's just relaxing. And especially when the weather is perfect, it's relaxing.
So why are we doing this, me and you? And from your perspective, I know why I'm doing it, but why are we doing this podcast? Because we very well could have kept this private, something between me and you, but we decided to open it up.
I think it's a father and son thing.
Yeah.
I believe that it's important that, especially in this day and time, that we understand the father and son relationship is very, very important because there's so much trauma and tragic in the world today.
That's real. Yeah.
And sometimes I know we last time we focus a lot on the Black community, but it's man, period.
Yeah.
Is broken. It doesn't matter what race you are in. We have been broken, and having letting people see that there is hope, because the reason why our relationship is the way it is because Christ is in the center of that relationship.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. I agree with that.
Even though I taught you coming up, you still went to college and did things I told you not to do.
This is true. This is true. Yeah.
You still, and then when I got so thinking, then y'all act like you didn't, y'all liars, y'all. Y'all turned it up, as y'all would say. Y'all turned it up when you went to college.
We got into.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you and your daughter. You and my daughter.
Not too much though.
Not too much, I believe, because I believe in foundation that was laid in you, kept you.
Yeah.
So I think, and then we always had that type of relationship that we could talk about anything.
Absolutely.
Because as a father, I wanted to make sure that you and your sister was able to come to us about anything.
Yeah. And we always felt that way.
When you come up from college, what did we sit around the table?
Yeah, we always sat around the table.
Talking until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Just talking about life. And I think it's very important. So that's why I'm doing this, because I think it's important that people need this.
I think it's dope for us, at least for me, because like I was thinking about this the other day, and I mentioned it to you not long ago, that I am exactly like half your age, give or take 2 months, right? Like you'll be 71 this year, I'll be 36.
Yeah.
Right. And so give or take a month or two, maybe a little over, but like I'm half your age. And so I came to realize that the conversations that we've had before, just me and you over the years, like not a lot of guys are able to have that conversation with their dads, with their fathers. Like a lot of folks that are my age that I know, either they didn't grow up with a dad, or if their dad was around, maybe their relationship wasn't the best. Or their dad had them get into some outlandish stuff because of what their father was taught.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like for us to be able to, for me to be able to look at my life and look at you as my dad, it's like, I know that, people say like, you're one of the lucky ones, you know what I mean? And so now that you're 71, almost 71, I got it right. Like, time waits on no man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting older. We're both getting older. You're a grandfather now. I got 3 kids. Dee Dee, she has a son. And so I'm just like, I wanted to start to document these conversations that we have so that I can show my kids and my grandkids about you and about our relationship. And that's like, from a selfish perspective, that's why we decided, let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
But then we were like, the more folks that I talked to were like, yo, y'all definitely should do that, because I just haven't really seen a lot of podcasts or a lot of spaces like this to where we can have real conversations about manhood, about fatherhood, about marriage, the good, some of the mistakes that you've made, mistakes that I've made, and hopefully it's helpful to somebody at some point somewhere that's watching it, so they know how to, hopefully navigate life and navigate fatherhood and just kind of figure this stuff all out. And especially if you love Jesus, know that you can pick up a cigar and Jesus will love you the same.
Yeah. I think I missed. My father passed when I was 9, so I was raised without a father, so I didn't have that that relationship with my dad, even though I didn't know him. I was young. I was 9 years old. But I know for a fact that he loved me. That if I take it personally. But I know he loved the whole family. But if I take it personally, I know he loved me.
And I remember you always telling me that your dad passed when you were 9, which is like, I want that to like kind of settle in a little bit for people that hear that. Like, you're a 71-year-old man, almost 71. You've raised 2 kids and you got grandkids, and you and mom, right? And you and mom on the 8th of August, we're filming this in July.
44 years.
Y'all been married 44 years, right? So like hearing that, some people would say, oh, well, maybe I don't need a father to have a quote unquote successful life, whatever that looks like. But with you losing your dad at the age of 9, that's 1 year older than my oldest son. Right? Like, I couldn't imagine him having to figure out life at that young age without me being around to help him. So like, it's an airplane flying by. But like, what do you attribute you being able to have the family that you've been able to have and the marriage you've been able to have, because a lot of guys, that's not a statistic. That's like, statistically speaking, you should not have what you have right now. So like, what do you attribute that to?
Well, first of all, I attribute it to my parents instilling the principles of God in my life.
But even at that age, you were listening.
Yeah. As a child, I wasn't always listening, but it came a point in my life that God started dealing with me individually. And so as I grew up,